Hey everyone, it's Stephanie here with a video for My Favorite Things. For this month's release class, design team member Lisa Johnson created this fun Wonky Window card, and it features the new Wonky Windows Dynamics dies and also the new stitched star dynamic stacks. So I'm going to be recreating this card just to share how easy and quick it can be to make a fun interactive card that you can kind of see through to the inside. So to start off, I'm just creating my card base. This is the Tropical Teal cardstock, and it's just a standard 5.5 by 4.25 inch size card, and it's got a side fold. And I'm going to go ahead and set this aside so that we can work on the components of the card. So I've already went ahead and pre-die cut all of the pieces that we're going to be using. And the first piece here is a Summer Splash cardstock panel that I've cut with the Blueprints 25 Dynamics. And the stitched rectangle that comes in this one is great because it's the exact same size as a standard card front. So when we finish doing what we're going to be doing with this panel here, we're going to adhere it directly onto the card front and it fits perfectly. So I'm going to be taking the Sketch Chevron background stamp, and I'm going to add some Summer Splash ink all over this stamp, and I'm going to stamp this directly onto this Summer Splash panel that we've die cut with the Blueprints 25 Dynamics. And you can see here when you're done, you get a really great tone-on-tone stamped image that is just going to add a little bit of detail to this card since we're using all cardstock and no pattern papers. So now I have the Wonky Windows Dynamics, and I'm going to go ahead and take the larger one first, and we're going to place this onto that Summer Splash panel. And once we have it figured out where we want it, I'm going to go ahead and run this through my die cutting machine. And then when I have that die cut, I have this great fun window that has stitch detail all around the edge. And it's going to create the larger window that we're going to see the smaller window through. So now you see here I have the card base and I have it kind of set behind this panel. And now I'm going to take the smaller wonky window and a little piece of post-it tape, and I'm going to position this smaller window inside the larger one. And when I have it exactly where I want it, I'm just going to use the post-it tape there to hold it down in the center area, and then make sure to open the card because you don't want to die cut through the back, and then just run it through your die cut machine. And this is going to give you a tiny wonky window on the inside area with that same stitch detail. And then once you have that done, you can go ahead and adhere the Summer Splash panel on top, and you're going to be able to see through both of those little windows and have the Summer Splash panel show through. And then once you have this done, we're going to go ahead and add some detail on the inside with a white cardstock panel piece. So for that one there, we're going to be using the Blueprints 24 Dynamics, and that's going to cut a rectangle slightly smaller than a standard size card base. So I just went ahead and already pre-cut that, and then we're just going to adhere that inside the card. And this is going to allow you to see some white through that open window that we have on the card front there. So I'm just going ahead adhering that inside, and then we're going to go ahead and work on the star detail that's going to be on the open window area. So like I said, when you close this panel, once this is adhered, you can see that white right through that window there. So for the star detail, I've cut out all of my stars, and you can see here I have this green one with a star cut from the center area. And to do that, I just took the second largest star and cut it out of green cardstock. Then I took the smallest star and laid it in the center area of that cut star, and then I ran it through my die cutting machine again. And that's what gives you this great little window that perfectly fits the smaller size star in the middle area. So I just took some tape runner, you can use liquid adhesive or whatever you prefer, and just add it to the corner edges of all of the star points, and then just adhere that over the window. And now you can see it's completely adhered, but you can still see through it. And then I took a persimmon star and I put adhesive on the back of it and then just positioned it right inside the center area of the green star, and then it adhered it to the inside area, but it's perfectly centered in the green star. And then I added the blue and the green star on either side on the inside card panel. Then to finish it off, I just did my stamping using the For the Boys stamp set, and I'm just stamping on a stitched fishtail banner, and I'm just going to snip the ends off, and then it'll fit perfectly across the card front. And then that's going to complete the card. So thank you so much to Lisa for such an awesome card inspiration, and thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next month in next month's release class.